Today we shall discuss about the introduction part of electrochemistry. Okay, what is electrochemistry? What do you mean by an electrochemical cell? All those things we shall study in this module. The first of all, I'll take what is electrochemistry. Okay, the electrochemistry you already studied. Think it is a branch of chemistry that deals with the properties and behavior of electrolytes in a solution and the interconversion of chemical energies into electrical energy. It's a branch of chemistry, or in other words, we may also it is expressed that it's the branch of science. Okay, the mainly deals with the interconversion from chemical energy to electrical energy. Okay, mainly deals with interconversion from chemical energy to electrical energy. Okay, see, that the chemical energy may be changed into electrical energy, or electrical energy may change into chemical energy. Entire things that deals with the electrochemistry. See, then to develop a electro or the in a electro to convert a chemical energy into electrical energy, we need a cell or a device, and that device what we called it as a electrochemical cell. Okay, an electrochemical cell is a device which can able to convert chemical energy into electrical energy, or vice versa, or electrical energy into chemical energy. Okay, so it is a arrangement of two electrodes. Okay, it's an arrangement. Later I'll tell what is electrode. Okay, an electrochemical cell is a device which can able to convert chemical energy into electrical energy, or electrical energy into chemical energy based on the reaction that taking place in the cell. It is again classified into two categories. The one what we call it as a galvanic cell, it mainly converts chemical energy into electrical energy. Okay, it converts chemical energy to electrical energy. Okay, called it as galvanic cell. If the reaction is reversed, that is, if electrical energy is stored in the form of chemical, then it is called as electrolytic cell. Okay, so collectively the device what we call is a electrochemical cell. So that electrochemical cell is defined as a single arrangement of two electrodes in one or more two electrode or one or two electrolytes, which converts chemical energy into electrical energy, or it may convert electrical energy to chemical energy. See, the this is an arrangement. This is a good example for electrochemical cell, particularly a Daniell cell, or it is an example for galvanic cell. Example for galvanic cell. It is an example for galvanic cell. Okay, which converts electrical energy into chemical energy. Okay, or it is simply called it as a Daniell cell. As you already know, electrochemical cell is a device or a single arrangement of what I written, two electrodes in one or two electrolytes, which converts chemical energy into electrical energy. See, here both I explained. Here one type of electrolyte is used, whereas here the two different electrolytes are used. Okay, it is consists of a single electrode arrangements. Okay, here also the another electrode. These two electrodes are clubbed. Okay, these two electrodes are clubbed by means of a salt bridge. This is what we call it as a salt bridge. Okay, see, that cell, the entire thing, what we called it as a electrochemical cell. Okay, electrochemical cell usually made up of two electrodes. Okay, they are connected by means of a salt bridge, or here you may observe a single two electrodes which is present in the same electrolyte solution. Okay, so that's what we called it as electrochemical cell, particularly galvanic cell. You already had it. There are two types of electrochemical cell, galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. Now, the galvanic cell is an electrochemical cell that produces electricity as a result of spontaneous reaction. What is that spontaneous reaction you observed? The spontaneous reaction observed is Spontaneous reaction observed is a redox reaction. The reaction that taking place is a redox reaction. Okay. At anode, oxidation takes place and the cathode reduction takes place. At cathode, reduction takes place. Here, it may usually take place due to the spontaneous redox reaction. Here, I just written the spontaneous reaction. What type of reaction it is? Yes, it is a redox reaction. I think you already know redox reaction means. That is, what do you mean by redox reaction? Anyone? Just unmute and answer it. What do you mean by redox reaction? What do you mean by redox reaction? Don't know.
Both oxidation and reduction reactions.
The reaction in one cell, or sorry, one electrode, oxidation takes place, in another electrode reduction takes place, and this reaction that taking place simultaneously. Okay, that is a spontaneous reaction take place. Okay, that's a reaction what we called it as a redox reaction, and that type of reaction is observed in a galvanic cell. The galvanic cell, generally I already discussed, it generally consists of two electrodes dipped in a two electrolyte solution, which are either it is separated by means of a porous diaphragm or connected by means of a salt bridge. Okay, so this electrodes, sorry, galvanic cell, it consists of two electrodes. Okay, that is a metal is dipped in a electrolyte solution of its own ions. Okay, two electrodes, and these two electrodes either it may be connected by means of a salt bridge or just a porous diaphragm that separates the two electrodes, and that cell what we called it as a galvanic cell. And you studied well-known cell, that is Daniell cell. I think in the PU you already studied the construction working of Daniell cell. The Daniell cell consists of two electrodes. The one electrode, what we observed is a zinc electrode. Okay, the one electrode is a zinc, another one is a copper electrode. These two electrodes are coupled by means of a salt bridge. Here, the one zinc electrode, how we construct this zinc electrode? It's a simple way. A zinc metal is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. Okay, so here plenty amount of what the ion present in the solution, that is Zn2 plus ions. Okay, zinc metal dipped in a zinc electrolyte solution. Okay, and this one what we call this entire thing what we called it as a single electrode, called it as single electrode. Clear? See, a metal is dipped in a solution of its own ion. Same way, the other electrode, the copper is dipped in a cupric sulfate solution. Okay, and these two electrodes are connected by means of a salt bridge. Usually, we connected by means of a salt bridge. So that the one electrode act as a anode. How the current generated? That is by passing an electron, okay, from one electrode to another electrode. See here, one electrode act as anode, the other electrode act as cathode. Here, this electrode zinc act as anode and copper act as cathode. Okay. But if you observe the charge carried by the zinc electrode, it is, what is the charge carried by the zinc electrode? Anyone? What is the charge carried by? If you observe the picture diagram, so then you can predict easily.
Negative.
Positive.
Negative or positive? One answer I got positive, another answer I got negative. Which one is the correct?
Positive.
No. See, generally electrolytic cell anode is positive. But here the current is generated, that is using electrode. Electrode means it's not just a metal, it is a metal which is dipped in a solution containing its own ion. This entire thing, what we call it as electrode. Okay. In electrolytic cell, just a copper metal if you take, it is electrode. Yeah. That time you can take the anode is a positive electrode. But here it is a negative electrode, not positive. Whereas cathode is a, I'll tell you why it takes a negative charge. Okay. Cathode is a positive electrode. When these two electrode is connected, there is a, these metals are connected by means of a wire to voltmeter. So an electrical energy is generated. Now the question comes. So why the zinc takes placed at anode side and the copper is placed at cathode side? What is the reason? Anyone? Is it possible to answer? Here, instead of putting the copper here, if I put a zinc metal dipped in a zinc sulfate solution and the copper dipped in a copper sulfate in a reverse order, if I place, is it possible to generate a current? Is it possible to convert chemical energy into electrical energy? Just think, these things you already studied. Why? The zinc metal is anode. In the Daniel, particularly, I'll take a Daniel cell. In Daniel cell, zinc, okay, this is zinc electrode act as anode. Whereas copper cathode. What is the reason? Do you heard this one? These things you heard? Heard it? Huh? I written single electrode potential. Studied? Anyone unmute yourself and answer? Shodhan? No? Yeah. Answer it. Try to answer. It may be right or wrong. Ankit? Prasanna? Why? Why we take zinc electrode as anode, copper as cathode? This all depends upon the single electrode potential. Yen maligi bitra? Answer it. This is studied. You know some of this. Yeah, electrochemical series. You heard the word electrochemical series? Huh? Studied it or not? Electrochemical series. Anyone, please unmute yourself or put it in the chat box. No problem. Yeah. Electrochemical series. Electrochemistry.
Yes, ma'am.
You studied, is it? So, any concept under electrochemical series, do you remember? It may be right or wrong. If it is possible to recollect, please recollect and answer. Under electrochemical series. Yes, anyone? It's a arrangement of increasing or the arrangement of electrode potential. Okay, electrode potential of almost all the electrode with the increasing order of their reduction potential. Okay, their reduction potential. If you observe the electrochemical series, you can observe in the first thing is lithium, like this, Li bar Li, and Mn2 plus bar Mn. Here they written some number, minus 3 point. I am not remember 3 point something, like, and somewhere mid you may observe H plus bar H, that is 0. Then you may observe Cu2 plus bar Cu, that is plus 0.34. Yeah, here somewhere you may observe Zn2 plus bar Zn minus 0.6. Okay, see here zinc electrode, that is minus 0.76, whereas copper electrode is 0.34. Yeah. So this is the copper electrode reduction potential, and this one is the zinc electrode potential. Here among the two, the one electrode potential is higher compared to other. Which one is higher? The copper or zinc? I already written zinc electrode potential minus 0.76. Copper electrode potential is 0.34. So which one is the positive one among the two? Here we use zinc and copper. How this electrode potential generated? When you dip zinc metal is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. Copper metal is dipped in a cupric sulfate solution. Okay. That time the zinc developed a potential of about minus 0.76. Whereas here we observe 0.34. Okay. Among the two, which one is highest? Higher? Here, copper. Is it? 0.34 potential. So if you choose a two electrode X, I'll take one electrode X, another electrode Y. Okay. Based on their standard reduction potential, based on their RP, that is reduction potential value, we choose anode and cathode. The one which possesses a higher electrode potential is taken as cathode. Okay. Higher electrode potential is cathode. Is it clear? Always you have to solve a few problems based on this. Okay, then you have to choose which electrode act as cathode and which one act as anode, which one are reduction electrode and the one is a oxidation electrode. So here the copper is a higher electrode potential, so it is taken as a reduction electrode, and reduction electrode is always, if this is a sign convention, always placed to right side of the cell, and the oxidation electrode always placed at left side of the cell. Here, this is about the Daniell cell. Then, what type of reaction you observed in this cell? Okay, the Daniell cell, you already know, it consists of zinc electrode and the copper electrode. Okay, and also you know the zinc electrode is an anode and the copper electrode is a cathode. Why zinc acts as anode? Because here oxidation reaction take place. Okay, always the oxidation, if the reaction is oxidation, then that electrode is considered as an anode. Okay, see, zinc gives two electrons. You may observe Zn gives two electrons forming Zn2 plus. Okay, oxidation reaction take place at the same time. The simultaneously that electron is consumed by cupric ion forming copper. So the next cell reaction is zinc interact with the cupric ion forming or gives Zn2 plus Cu. Okay, this is a net reaction what we observed in a Daniell cell. Okay, now I already discussed about the positive and a negative charge carried by the electrode. Why the electrode, this one, zinc electrode is anode and it carries negative charge, and the copper electrode carries a positive charge. I already discussed. Now I tell why this one. Here, if you observe the pressure which exists in this electrode. Here, how we construct this electrode? Zinc metal is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. Cathode reaction. At anode, what type of reaction that take place? You know, the anode reaction is a oxidation reaction. Why it is called as anode? Because it undergo oxidation. If a reaction that taking place in a cell is an oxidation reaction, then that electrode called it as anode. Same way, if the reaction that taking place in a cell called is a reduction reaction, then that is called it as a cathode. Okay. See, in the Daniell cell, what you observe, zinc electrode dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. Okay. So their electrode potential is minus 0.76. So that's why it is taken as a anode electrode. And the copper electrode is a 0.34 potential volt. So that's why it is taken as a cathode. Anode means zinc ion or zinc moving to the solution and forming Zn2 plus 2 electron. This type of reaction take place. Here, a plenty amount of Cu2 plus ion exists in the solution. When you apply or when you connect these two metal, that time, so as a zinc ion moves to the solution, this electron go to an external circuit and it come in contact with the Cu2 plus ion. So the cathode reaction becomes Cu2 plus ion takes 2 electron forming metal copper, okay, and they get deposited. So this is the actual anode cathode reaction that observed in the Daniell cell. Okay, so the net reaction is the sum of the two reaction, anode reaction and cathode reaction. Now coming to why I took the anode is a negative electrode. I am discussing this one. Is it? Anode is a negative electrode and cathode is a positive electrode. Usually the anode in all electrolytic cell, we take anode is a positive electrode. Is it? Yes or no? Anode means generally we consider it is a positive. Is it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
But in the case of electrochemical cell, it is not it is the charge carried by the anode electrode is not positive. It is negative. Okay. Why it becomes a negative? Now I'll take this one. Why that anode is a negative electrode? Okay. See, you know the reaction that taking place in the electrode here, that is Zn giving rise to Zn2 plus 2 electron. This is a reaction that is observed in the electrode. Okay, that means a zinc metal, here a zinc metal, okay, here I symbolize this one. Zinc metal undergo oxidation and Zn2 plus ion is moved into the solution, or this plus charge is loaded in the interface of the liquid and the solid junction. Yeah, clear? So all positive ions, Zn2 plus ion, moving from metal Zn to a solution. What leaves? What are the things here now? The net reaction is this one. All Zn is moved to solution. The remaining things is, what is the remaining thing? That is electron. That is symbolized like minus sign. Yeah. So the metal now takes, what is the charge? Metal becomes negative. Is it? Is it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Metal charge is negative. Yeah, that's why the anode is represented as a or taken as a negative electrode. Is it clear? Because of this reaction, Zn, in case of electrolytic cell, we simply, it's not involved in the electrolyte solution. In electrolytic cell, a metal or the reaction, what we written, we write same thing. Yeah, Zn giving rise to Zn2 plus 2 electron. But in that, it is not dipped in a electrolyte solution of same ion. Okay, in case of other electrode, I mean cell. But in the case of electrochemical cell or like Daniell cell, a zinc electrode is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. So due to difference in the pressure, that is osmotic pressure, you heard this word, is it? Osmotic pressure. That is a pressure which exerted in the solution, okay? And due to the less osmotic pressure, in case of zinc electrode, zinc ion move into the solution, leaving behind equal number of electron on the metal surface. As a result, that metal takes negative charge. Or in other words, in Daniell cell, anode takes negative charge. Okay, so this movement of ion, okay, to the solution or from solution to the metal, that depends upon the pressure exerted on the metal or and the solution. You already know the solution. In the solution, we observe osmotic pressure, whereas in the metal, the pressure exerted in the metal called it as solution pressure. Okay? Called it as solution pressure. If the osmotic pressure is, or if the solution pressure is more than the osmotic pressure, then the metal ion move into the solution, leaving behind equal number of electrons. Okay? Or in some cases, osmotic pressure is less than the solution pressure. Sorry, osmotic pressure is more than the solution pressure. That time, usually high pressure side to low, movement is high pressure side to low pressure. Here, this osmotic pressure is high compared to the solution pressure. As a result, when you connect, as a result, Cu2 plus ion, they migrate towards the metal. Okay, ion entering into the copper metal, leaving behind a negative SO4 2 minus. Clear? That is Cu2 plus, they try to take electron and get deposited as a metal copper. Okay, so these Cu2 plus ion which present in the solution, they migrate towards the metal. Okay, and that means this metal, the thing is loaded with the positive charge. So as a result, the cathode becomes a positive charge, and this cathode is surrounded by a positively charged Cu2 plus ion is surrounded by a negative SO4 2 minus ion. Clear? So here the cathode we consider taken as a positive charge. Why? Because the osmotic pressure is more than the solution pressure. More Cu2 plus ion move into the solution. Okay, it move into the solution. As a result, the metal takes a positive charge. The entire electrode becomes a positive charge. Okay, and how the electrode potential is generated? You know, in the case of anode, Zn move into the solution as Zn2 plus, leaving behind equal number of negative charge. So this negatively charged metal attracts a positive ion which present in the solution. Okay. As a result, there is a development of what we call it as electrical double layer. Okay. Development of electrical double layer that gives the, that is again the due to change in the charge or the potential, an electrical double layer is developed, and that develops the potential, called it as single electrode potential. Here, this potential is generated due to this reaction, and this reaction is a oxidation reaction. So that's why this potential called it as oxidation potential. Okay, the potential developed in the zinc electrode we considered as a oxidation potential, but always the potential should be expressed in terms of reduction tendency, not in terms of oxidation tendency. Even though here the electrode undergo oxidation reaction, okay, if you observe the oxidation potential of this electrode, it is 0.76. It is 0.76. But while calculating or while expressing the electrode potential of zinc, you have to express in terms of reduction tendency. Okay, reduction electrode potential. So the same magnitude with opposite sign. It becomes same magnitude but opposite sign. Oxidation potential is 0.76, so that the reduction potential becomes minus 0.76. Okay, here in the case of cathode copper, Cu2 plus takes 2 electron and get deposited as a metal copper. Cu2 plus ion move into the solution. So as a result, metal takes positive charge, and this positively charged components or the metal attracts a negative ion which present in the solution. Again here development of electrical double layer, or it generates a potential. Okay, and this potential, what we call it as a reduction potential, that takes place due to the reduction reaction. This concept, I think it is clear. Yeah, reduction reaction. Okay, so there are two types: oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. If you connect these two electrodes and the internal connection is done by means of a salt bridge, there is a formation of electrochemical cell. Yeah, formation of electrochemical cell. One electrode reduction reaction take place, another electrode oxidation reaction take place, and this reduction potential of this electrode is 0.34. If you want to express the oxidation potential, how much it becomes? Copper oxidation potential, anyone? Copper oxidation potential. Yes, unmute yourself. You know the zinc oxidation potential is 0.7. Yes, yes. Yeah. No, I asked. Huh?
0.34.
See, I want here is a reduction potential. This is not oxidation potential. I want oxidation potential of the same electrode. How much it becomes? Oxidation potential of this electrode, copper electrode.
Minus 0.3.
Yes, minus 0.34. It becomes minus 0.34. But always we express the electrode potential in terms of reduction electrode. Okay. See, this is about the origin of electrodes. Now, I'll take how we represent the galvanic cell and how we represent the electrodes. Okay, galvanic cell picture, you know, this is a galvanic cell. Okay, you know very well here, galvanic cell. Representation of this galvanic cell. See, here zinc metal is dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. What is the reaction you observed at anode? Anode reaction you already studied. Zn giving rise to Zn2 plus 2 electron. Okay, the cathode reaction is Cu2 plus 2 electron giving rise to Cu. Yeah, then the anode electrode is represented this way. Here Zn is involved. Zinc metal dissolved into the solution as Zn2 plus. So we represent this way. See, Zn, okay, is dissolved in the form of Zn2 plus. Is there same phase? This one and this one, Zn and ZnSO4. There's a difference in the phase. The one is a solid, another one is a liquid, and that difference is indicated by a vertical line. Okay, sorry, by a single. Wait, represented by a single. It is represented by a single vertical line. Okay, by a single vertical line, I'll represent here. Bar Zn2 plus. Clear? This is a anode electrode or oxidation representation of oxidation electrode. Similarly, the reduction electrode, if you want to represent here, Cu2 plus ion. What is the reaction you observed? Cu2 plus ion takes electron and forming Cu. The active component is Cu2 plus and that deposited as a Cu. Okay, they are different by means of a phase. Okay, a vertical line. Okay, we are represented by a vertical line. So, in general, we can represent the anode representation is Zn bar Zn2 plus. Clear? Zinc move into the solution as Zn2 plus. Reaction is Zn gives or Zn2 plus 2 moles of electron. Clear? So, we represent Zn bar Zn2 plus. Similarly, the cathode reaction Cu2 plus 2 electron get deposited as metal copper. So we can represent Cu2 plus bar Cu. Okay. So this is anode representation and this one is a cathode representation. Or you may represent, instead of writing Cu2 plus, you may represent it a complete ion, solution, CuSO4. Okay. Like I represented here, CuSO4 bar Cu. Or you may just represent Cu2 plus bar Cu. Then the sum of the two representation we consider it as a cell representation, and the anode represent, you have to write anode representation first. So then cathode representation, Cu2 plus bar Cu. And these two electrodes, okay, these two electrode, how we connect? How we connect these two electrode? By means of a salt bridge, and that is represented by means of a double vertical line. This is a cell representation. I think now it is clear. Electrode representation and the cell representation. And while representing a cell, always the anode representation, you have to write it in the left side and the cathode representation right side. Or in other words, the oxidation electrode, you have to write it in the left side, and the reduction electrode, you have to write it in a right side. Or the negative anode, negative electrode here, positive electrode right side. Clear? So this is about the representation of the galvanic cell. Okay. And you already studied there is a potential, the difference in the potential between the two electrode. At one electrode, we observed minus 0.76, in particularly Denium, and the electrode is a 0.34. Okay. And this difference in the electrode potential in turn shows the EMF of the cell. Okay. So we can represent EMF of the cell equal to E right electrode, or I can take E naught right minus E naught left. That is the electrode potential of the right electrode minus the electrode potential of the left electrode. Okay. That is, we normally represent the EMF or electromotive force. What do you mean by EMF? That is, okay, that is the difference between, or the difference of potential which causes a current to flow from an electrode of higher electrode potential to an electrode of lower electrode potential. That's why we write E cathode minus E anode, that is nothing but E cell. In case of zinc electrode, the electrode potential of zinc electrode Zn2 plus bar Zn is equal to minus 0.76. While writing, I wrote Zn2 plus bar Zn. What is the reaction? Zn2 plus 2 electron giving rise to Zn. That means I wrote reduction potential or reduction reaction or a reduction potential. Then cathode electrode is Cu2 plus bar Cu, that is 0.34 volt. Okay, that is 0.34 volt. So how we write the reaction? Cu2 plus 2 electron giving rise to Cu. Okay, now we can able to calculate the EMF of this cell. EMF of this cell is equal to, you already know, E cathode minus E anode. Yeah. What is the quantity? Both we represent the reduction potential. Okay. So higher electrode potential is taken as a cathode and the lower electrode potential is taken as a, or the electrode is taken as a anode. So it becomes 0.34 minus of minus 0.76. So EMF of the Daniell cell, particularly if you use copper and zinc, I called it as Daniell cell, that is 1.1 volt. 1.1 electron volt. In this way, we can able to calculate the EMF of the cell. And what are the components that decides the EMF of the cell? The one is nature of the electrode, other one temperature, and the concentration of the electrolyte. See, I took this one is a 0.34. It mainly based when I use 1 molar solution of electrolyte. Electrolyte is a 1 molar, then only I can get 0.34. Otherwise, it may increase, usually it decreases. Clear? This is about the electromotive force of a cell. The difference of potential which causes the flow of current from an electrode of higher electrode potential to an electrode of lower electrode potential. Same way we can express standard EMF of the cell. It is the cell when all the reactant and products are unit concentration. I already discussed 1 molar concentration we took. Unit concentration or unit activity at 298 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure. This I already discussed, the origin of single electrode potential. That is the moment of charge from the metal to electrolyte. So there is a development of electrical double layer. What we called it as a Helmholtz electrical layer, and that in turn gives the electrode potential. Yeah. Now I want to discuss what do you mean by a single electrode potential. Okay. So single electrode potential. See in the first slide I mentioned this one. Yeah. A metal is dipped in a metal ion solution. Okay. And develops this potential. And this potential, what we called it as a single electrode potential. How it generates single electrode potential? When or the potential developed, where it developed, it usually developed at the interface between a metal and the liquid, or a solid and the liquid, and that potential what we called it as a single electrode potential. That is the potential developed at the interface between the metal and solution. Where it develops? When you dip a metal, when the metal is in contact with the solution of its own ion. That is called as a single electrode potential. See, a zinc metal, if you take a zinc metal and dip in a zinc sulfate solution, okay? I took zinc metal, dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. The potential developed, where it developed? It developed at the interface between metal and the solution, okay? A single electrode potential is the potential developed at the interface between the metal and the solution. When it developed, when the metal is dipped in a solution, or when the metal is in contact with the solution of its own ion. Say Cu2 plus or a Cu metal, I dipped in a Cu2 plus solution. Then a potential 0.34 I observed, and that is called single electrode potential. A metal, it developed at the interface between a metal and the solution when the metal is in contact with the solution of its own ions. See, if I take a zinc metal and dip it in a copper sulfate solution, is it a single electrode potential, a potential generated by this? No, it is not a single electrode potential. Here, the metal is not dipped in a solution of its own ion. A different solution we use. That is, the potential developed is not considered as a single electrode potential. The basic thing is you have to take a metal which should be dipped in a solution of its own ion. At that time, at the interface, you can observe a potential called it as a single electrode potential. If you take 1 molar solution, in the case of zinc sulfate, if I take a 1 molar solution, then I observe some potential, and that potential, what we called it as a standard reduction potential. Okay, is the electrode potential when the electrode or the metal is in contact with the solution of unit concentration at 298 Kelvin. Okay, so that is called as a standard electrode potential. Okay, so